Recording.
Well, good evening, everybody. Oh, are you good? If you guys mute, you don't hear feedback. Nobody hears feedback. You're good. Okay. Happy Thursday. Happy June 2nd. I am so excited about tonight. I hope you guys are too. Today was our last day of school. Yay! It was very exciting, but also I did not realize how drained I would be right now. So I am hoping that you guys being on here tonight is going to give me tons of energy because my baby graduated pre-K and I had one moving up into first grade, one moving up into fourth grade. And I have to tell you guys, you know, kids and school systems and schedules, it is a great thing. And I am nervous moving into summer. And I don't know if you guys are anything like me, but it's one thing during the school year to be on track. And then the summer comes and we are really excited about summer, aren't we? If you're like me, again, I have visions of sleeping in, of hanging at the pool all day, of going to fun and exciting places with my kids and just having a blast. But the truth is, I've been through about 4 summers now since my oldest is going into fourth grade, and it's not like that. The summer may start out that way, but it ends up being, it feels heavy. I'm ready for them to go back to school. I'm sick of the fighting. I'm sick of all the yuckiness that comes with summer. So I have been on a mission for the last couple of years to really try to reduce the stress, eliminate chaos in my household. And I think that the tips and the tricks that I have found are going to help you guys. And so I want you guys to maybe get out a pen and paper. You do not need to take pictures of the screen because we are going to have resources to give to you after this event. You're just going to ask the person who invited you, but we're going to hop right into it because we have a lot of information to share with you today. So first of all, if you don't know me, my name is Jules Kilker. I live in North Florida. We just moved up here this year in the middle of the school year. I have 3 little ones. They're ages 9, 5, and 6. And my background is actually, I was a restaurant manager and I found myself very unhealthy in that job. And so I switched careers and became a fitness trainer and a fitness professional. I taught tons of fitness classes. And what I thought was I went from one unhealthy job to a healthy job. But the truth is, I was actually nutritionally starving in my fitness position. And I had no idea that that could happen. And so I had found a community that showed me the importance of fruits and vegetables, tons of education surrounding, you know, what it looks like to have vitality and to be really healthy, not just on the outside healthy, but on the inside healthy. And this community has really fueled my passion for teaching other people the same thing. So I'm gonna share my screen. I have a little PowerPoint for you guys. Okay. And this tonight is the first event in a 3-part series. So I hope you guys can join us for all 3 of them. Tonight is all about summer snacks and schedules. And these are the girls that you are going to hear from tonight. I'm super excited. You're going to learn a little bit more about each one as we go forward. But we are going to start with the snack portion. We're going to end with the schedule portion. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like snack is a curse word in my house. If I hear it once, I hear it a million times a day. And if you guys have little ones, and they don't even have to be little, I think the older ones are just as bad, but I have only experience with the little ones. It started off fine with one, and we would go places and I would always bring snacks because I didn't want him to cry, or I didn't want to be stuck somewhere and he didn't have anything to eat. Well, now I have 3 and we can't transition from one activity to another without having a snack. It drives me banana sandwiches. And so I have my friends on here tonight that are going to share with you guys some snacks that are super easy, super healthy, and you're not going to be mad at your kids for overeating these snacks. But I do have to tell you about a special ingredient that some of the snacks, not all of them, that some of them have. and it is called Juice Plus Complete. And this is something, when I told you I found this community that educated me about fruits and vegetables, this is one of the products this community offers. And it is made by Juice Plus, and it is this amazing, I can't call it a protein powder because it's an everything powder. It comes in vanilla and chocolate. And this is such an amazing tool for you guys to have in your pantry. Trust me, it is so versatile. You're going to see tonight how many different ways we can make it. It is full of clean protein. It's called Complete because it has all of the essential amino acids that you need. And so it's a complete amino acid profile. There's really not a lot of protein sources out there that are like that. It has all these other good stuff, all this other good stuff that you can read about, but it also has a complete balance of sugar and fats and carbohydrates and protein. But the one thing on this label that I absolutely love, it's packed with fiber. And most of us are going into the grocery store. And if you are a label reader, which I feel like most of us are, we label read some of the things that we're looking to buy. Nobody's looking at fiber. And fiber is a big thing out there that is going to really heal, fuel, protect your gut. And when you have a good gut, you have a good brain, you have a good body. And that's so important, not only in little ones, but for us too. So this is one of the ingredients that you guys are going to be seeing tonight. And I am going to start by handing it over to my sister-in-law, and she's also turned out to be one of a best friend to me. So she is going to start with the first snack. Bridget, go ahead, take it away. Oh, she's a mom of 3. She's super busy, and yeah, she's amazing. So you guys are going to get to hear her snacks first. Go ahead, Bridge.
Hey, thank you. Okay. So one thing I love about the Complete, and for one, is you're going to see tonight all the different ways that we can use it. So Jules mentioned that, and I love it. It's become a pantry staple in my house. I always make sure we have it because I can use it in so many different ways. So this is one way that I like to use the Complete shake mix, and I make muffins because there are 2 things that I always have in my house. I always have overripe bananas constantly. They like multiply. And then I always have the Complete. So I start to, as my bananas get too gross for the rest of the family to eat them, I start putting them aside. I'll put them in the fridge because then they'll slow down in the ripening process. And I've used pretty soft bananas for this recipe. And as you can see, there's only a handful of ingredients here. I'm not going to read them all, but basically bananas and eggs, some oats, and then baking soda and baking powder. Okay, I did read them all. And also a scoop of Complete. And you can I use vanilla, I use chocolate. You can add chips. I mean, you can add whatever you like. You can make any flavor that you like. And I love these muffins for my kids because I have an 8, 10, and 14-year-old. And yes, as they get older, they just eat more. But then they help themselves. So I find having things healthy that are easily accessible is beneficial because then they'll go for these sorts of snacks. And I also like to make a double batch. Like don't even just make one batch. Like just start with a double batch because one batch will last in my house maybe 2 days. So just go ahead, save yourself the time, make the double batch. It doesn't take a lot of extra time. And then even as they cool down, I'll even throw them into Ziploc baggies. I'll throw them in the freezer, and then I can pop them in kids' lunches when they're going off to camp. Muffins don't need utensils. They don't need plates. They're grab and go. So these are super simple, and you can kind of pick and choose what you want to put in them to make them for your family. And then my other one tip is water. So it's not necessarily a snack, sorry, but it is water because kids need to drink. So rather than turning to juice, what if you offered your kiddos some water that was infused with fruit? And I did this at a party a couple years ago, and it was a 4th of July party, and I made it red, white, and blue. I used strawberries and blueberries, and then white was like a layer of ice. And I had juice boxes out and they were next to each other. And we had about 15 kids and they went for the water and finished the water. So I think it was, it was a novelty, but I mean, what more could you want? You want your kids drinking water. There's so many sugary options out there, and why let them just drink down their sugar, right? Like, and sports drinks are another thing that are really popular with summertime, but our kids don't need all those ingredients in their body. They really just need water. So if we can kind of swap out even one drink a day for water, or do something like this and let them pick what they want to put in it, help them learn to like to drink water. Okay, so those are my two. I'm going to turn it over to Kim. Kim is a dental hygienist. She lives down in Florida also, and she is really focused on prevention.
100%. Thanks, Bridge. And I agree with Bridget when she says, whatever recipe you make sure you make more than just one batch, because trust me, I don't think they'll last. This is one of my favorite recipes that somebody shared with me, and it doesn't last in our house. Obviously, you can see the ingredients, and you can get so creative with this. I put pumpkin seeds in there. Sometimes I put flax seeds, pistachios, anything you want. I mean, if you just look at some of the protein bars that you can buy in the grocery store, you can kind of steal ideas from that as well, all the healthy ingredients. But I love this. You stick it in the freezer. The one thing I will say about this is when you do make it, you probably should keep it in the freezer because it tends to kind of melt down a little bit, but it's really good. Everybody loves it, and it's nice and healthy. So that's my complete recipe. And then these are so simple. Sometimes I think we forget about the simple things. And one of my favorite treats, I do it myself. I have two boys, but I don't do it just for them. I do it for myself as well, is I love frozen grapes or frozen berries or raspberries, but grapes are my favorite. I feel like every time I bite into a frozen grape, I'm eating like a dessert. They're so yummy. And surprisingly, tangerines, like if you buy the cuties or the halos or any of those type of things, you can actually freeze them. And then you set them out for a little bit, let them thaw slightly. And then when you can cut them and then peel them. And that also is like a dessert as well. It doesn't really work with navel oranges, but they're delicious. And being a dental hygienist, I'm all about nice crunchy snacks because they're very cleansing to your teeth as well. And they're healthy. So, and they actually curb your appetite very well and your thirst. So those are my two treats. And I'm going to turn it over to Jen, who is a mother of two and a teacher.
Thank you, Kim. My favorite complete snack is a smoothie bowl. So there are many different ways you can make a smoothie bowl. This is just one recipe here. You can make a smoothie bowl in a blender with almond milk and your complete and some ice to make it nice and thick. You can mix the complete with yogurt. I like to mix the complete just with a little bit of almond milk in a bowl, so it's a little more like a pudding. So down on the far right of my picture, that's one of my favorite smoothie bowls, the chocolate complete, a little bit of almond milk, mix it up, make it into a pudding, and then I like to put berries on the side, chocolate, and some granola. But really, your smoothie bowl options are endless. And I really like the complete because it makes me feel full. So in the morning for breakfast, if I have a complete shake, smoothie bowl, or even overnight oats, it keeps me full. And also I like the fiber, which TMI, it helps keep you regular. And now I have another snack to share with you. This I learned from my friend Bridget. This is a Gray's tray. So speaking of her muffin, she probably uses the same muffin here for this tray of all kind of different snacks that you can put out for your kids. So you can do vegetables. You can fill one of the circles with hummus. You could do fruit, fill one of the circles with yogurt. There it looks like there's some little energy bites, which we're going to hear about. You can put pretzels, nuts, a little bit of cereal there. I have 2 older children, 2 teens, so they're really not into that type of cutesy little snack tray. But I have found that if I just cut up vegetables, put them in a bowl and put it on the counter, in no time, the bowl is empty. This works especially well later in the afternoon when I'm preparing dinner. Also, I like to even do the veggie bowl when we're doing some simple dinners, maybe like with pizza night, and I'll put a bowl of vegetables on the table. And again, within no time after dinner, all the vegetables are gone. So these are 2 easy things that you could do with kids of any age. So I'm going to pass it to my sister, Melissa, and she is a pharmacist, and she's going to talk about one of my other favorite complete snacks.
Hi guys, I'm Melissa. So I love to make energy bites or power bites. So this recipe here is just a couple of ingredients. I already made it tonight. Later on, I'm going to go roll that up. And what I love about the complete shake is that it's a whole food, minimally processed plant protein based shake. But here in this sense, we're using it as a powder. It's delicious simply with water. It's delicious to mix into these bites. You can bake with it. If you want to get fancy, you can use it with milk and fruit and veggies. And that's how I met the complete shakes, because I was making all kind of concoctions and just adding up all these calories. And then I found out I could make a lower calorie, better nutritious drink for myself. It's great in the morning for a quick and tasty balanced breakfast. You can take one of our little packets, take your shaker bottle and go. So I wanted to give you a fun fact before I talk about my other snacks. I was looking up the benefits of nut butters today. And of course, we all know they're the healthy fats for us. And I looked up about cashews. And did you know that cashews are not actually a nut? They're actually a seed, and they come from something called a cashew apple. So you have to look it up. It looks like this little apple on the top and then a big fat cashew on the bottom. I don't know how many are on the bottom. And then they have this whole crazy process of getting the cashews out. And cashews have copper in them, or a source of copper. And that is good for our tissues, and they help make red blood cells. And I thought that was pretty cool, and probably have some antioxidant effects. So my next set of snacks are my favorite Aldi finds. And I'm the only one playing show and tell here, but I want to show you my bag of chips. My family already ate them. So you can find so many great things at Aldi that are organic, minimally processed, and these are some of the things that I like to buy. So I'll buy this multigrain chips, sea salt popcorn. It's literally just popcorn and salt. I usually buy some of their hummuses, and like Jewel said, you don't have to take pictures, but I have a really simple, easy hummus recipe. And this one's actually without tahini because it's not something I have on hand. You can use the chips, or like Jen said, you can cut up lots of fruits and veggies. Apples taste good with hummus too, if you've never tried. So I'm going to pass it on to my friend Melody, who is a mom of 2, and she, besides Juice Plus, helps to run her husband's busy chiropractic office.
Thank you. Okay, so I absolutely love the complete, and I'm going to share what I named after myself because we love it so much. We eat it almost daily here. I call it Melody's Complete Cookie Dough Recipe. And I know you're probably thinking you have me a cookie dough. Yes, you need to place your order tonight if you don't already have this. It is literally the best thing, and my kids gobble it up every single day. I have 2 children, an almost 8-year-old and a 2-year-old toddler, and they both are eating this every single day. So I like to do it with the kids. I have the recipe. I like the 2 scoops because 2 scoops a day of the complete is an absolute game changer for my gut health. but with the kids, I just, one scoop is enough. So, and some, like my daughter doesn't like nut butter added. She likes it with just the vanilla and the chocolate chips and some almond milk or coconut milk. But I mean, it takes seconds to make. In fact, now my 7-year-old can make it herself. And when this is why we eat it every day, because she packs her own lunch. She's not a big processed meat eater. She's not a big string cheese eater. She doesn't get a lot of protein or healthy fats or anything. She's just, she's a grazer. That's how I was as a kid too. And every time I pick her up from school, it's, I have a bellyache, I'm hungry, the same complaints. I'm like, what did you eat for lunch? What did you eat for lunch? And then I started saying, you're packing the cookie dough. As soon as you get home, you make some cookie dough. And it sounds ridiculous because you're like, why would you want them to eat junk? It's not junk. It's absolute complete nutrition, complete amino acid profile. It's got the fiber. And the number one reason I love the Juice Plus Complete over any other protein powder that we've had, and I have 2 hyacinth baskets in my pantry called smoothies. So I've tried a lot of different protein powders, is that it's not just a protein powder, it's a food. And so we treat it like food. And as you've seen from all of these recipes, we use it as a food. We add it to our oatmeal in the mornings. We add it to yogurt. We make those balls out of it. We use it in smoothies. We make the complete cookie dough almost daily because that's the easiest and fastest. That's kind of our go-to thing. So you can see that the complete, it keeps their blood sugar or your blood sugar stable for 5 to 6 hours. So if I have it in a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, I'm good till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Not even joking. No blood sugar dips. I don't get those afternoon cravings. So the next tip I had that's not Juice Plus related or complete related is also some grocery store finds. So we like to do a lot of online shopping. I don't know if there's any other online shoppers here, but I use Misfits Market. I like to use VitaCost and Amazon Subscribe and Saves. So these are some of the things that you can get really easily delivered to your door that I found are really healthy, kid friendly, and just packed full of nutrients. The top right is the Owen shakes. It stands for only what you need. I first discovered these at Wegmans, and then found that they were much cheaper on Amazon Subscribe and Save. So I have them delivered monthly. They sustained me for my late night pregnancy cravings through my whole second pregnancy. So it would be, instead of go make me an egg at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna throw up, it would be go get me a shake. And then, so I fell in love with them. I love it because there's only 4 grams of sugar in them. They're not high in sugar. The Power Snacks, the Navitas brand Power Snacks, those have dates. They're really good. They're date-based, so they're slightly sweet, but they're naturally sweet and there's no refined sugar in them. Again, all plant-based. And then the bottom left is like a newer find called these Yes Bars. These are full of superfoods and like nuts and macadamia nuts. So they're a little bit more expensive, but it's great because I can't get my kids otherwise just eat macadamia nuts or some of these higher quality, healthier fat nuts out of a bag. But when they're crushed into a bar, they will, and they'll eat them. And plus they have really nice packaging and they come in different flavors. So those are the ones that we like. So I'm going to hand it over to Jules now, who's going to talk about not snacks, the summer scheduling. So I hope you guys got some good tips out of this. I think all the recipes are going to be available on the Facebook page. Is that right, Jules? Okay, so take it away.
Sorry, I couldn't unmute myself. Yes, okay, so all of these recipes, the complete recipes, will be available in the Facebook group. If you guys are not in the Facebook group, please ask whoever invited you to get into the Facebook group. And if you're not on Facebook, we can go ahead and text you these recipes. But the cool thing about the Facebook group is if we tag you on, there's an album in our Facebook group, and there's probably about 100 complete recipes. So not to overwhelm you, but if you like to make different things and you want more ideas because these look so good to you, then we do have more. We didn't even hit the pancakes or the mousse or the ice cream. I mean, there's so many many different things that we can do with the Juice Plus Complete. And I don't think anybody ever said we could just drink a smoothie. Melissa said she used to just drink the smoothies. I mean, just a smoothie, a Juice Plus Complete smoothie is an exceptional snack, and it is filling for your kids. So I hope that you guys got lots of different ideas. And when you're hearing a speaker, or you're hearing like something that somebody mentioned, like Jen said, this doesn't really work for my older kids, but maybe you have an idea like, this doesn't work for my kids, but I could do this and that would work for them. And that's what I've been doing for the past 14 years, is taking what I've heard and what I've learned and saying, how can this work for my family, for our dynamics? You know, our dynamics are different than Bridget's dynamics, and different than Kim's dynamics. So I just want you guys to take what you are hearing tonight and have a few ideas to go into summer with that are going to help you. And I don't want snack to be a dirty word in your house anymore. I want, when the kids say, I want a snack, you're going to say, yes, I have a great snack for you. And you can have as much of it as you want. And so hopefully you guys got that tonight. So we're going to switch gears into the schedule portion. And let me, hold on one second. Okay. All right. So this is a quote that I found that I absolutely love. Rhythms and routines help us know what to expect in a world of the unexpected. Why is it when our kids are in school, it is a lot less stress than when they're out for summer? And I believe it's because they are in a very structured environment. They have a set schedule. They wake up in the morning, they know what to expect. They know they're going to have breakfast. They know they're going to get their backpack. They're going to take the bus. They're going to ride in the car. They're going to walk to school. And when they get to school, what happens? They are so scheduled at school. They know what happens every hour on the hour. I'm sorry. If you guys have some background noise, go ahead and mute yourself. So, the structure that happens at school, I don't want you guys to go into summer with that type of structure. I mean, summer should be fun, but we do know that these routines and this structure does help eliminate stress. And so we want to have a little bit of structure this summer. Here's another reason we want some structure. Consistent routine will help your child and their body clocks with many day-to-day basics, such as the ability to take naps. If you're not taking naps, sleeping well at night, you guys, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. Let me see. Okay. And so if you have a structured schedule throughout your day, they're going to, if they take naps, take better naps. If not, they're going to sleep better at night. The ability to eat healthy, full meals, regular bowel movements. I know maybe this is a tough topic for some of you, but it is really hard to be regular in an irregular schedule. Healthy play and outdoor time, calm, relaxed behavior, playtimes during the day. Listen, this isn't just for kids either. This is for us. So if you guys don't have kids, or if you're thinking, this is just for your kids, it's not. The same benefits that these are going to provide our kids, it's going to help us as well. So where do you start? If summer is a free-for-all in your house, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, where do I even begin? And so these are just a few little tips that will help you guys. And this has helped me because I'm, on this journey as well. And I'm always evolving and always learning. So this is what has helped me. The first thing you want to do is get your calendar out and mark off the things you already know you have planned, the big things and the small things. If you know you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then put those on your calendar. You want to have the big calendar, the day calendar, the month calendar, but also a time calendar. So like a 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, just the hours, and just kind of, it doesn't have to be super strict, but around what time do you eat breakfast? What time do you eat lunch? And then after you do that, you can start putting in the things, well, what else will we have to do? Well, they have to do chores, they have to do reading time, they have to do this. So go ahead and put that in where you think might work best. Morning is usually the best time to get the not so fun things done during the day. My kids they have chores during the school week, and they're going to have chores during the summer. And it is going to be something that they know what to do. If your kids wake up and they know they have a chore, but they don't know what it is, it leaves a lot of room for complaining. And I hate whining and complaining, as I'm sure you do. And so if they know my morning chore is sweep the floor, and I keep it the same the whole week, if that is their chore for that week, then they know what to expect. And expectations are everything for these little ones. Do the not so fun things in the morning. Maybe if reading is not a fun thing for your kids, maybe have them do that. So make a simple schedule that includes meal and snack times, chores, reading, independent, and then actually schedule the fun stuff in too. When are we going to go to the pool? When are we going to have a play date? When are we going to do the backyard bounce house or sprinkler? Okay. And this is a big one for me. Be flexible. Remember the 80-20 rule. Please don't be super strict this summer and be like, yes, we have to be on a schedule. No, it is not time to eat lunch. That does not happen till 12. I don't think that's the goal. I think the goal is to have just an overall healthy balance of schedule and also fun things. So that is what's happening in our house this summer. And I want to share with you guys 2 videos I took of things that we have done that have really made a difference in our day. This is the first one, and these are checklists. Okay, so what I am doing this morning is I am taking out their school checklist, which has put on shoes, pack lunch and water, get backpack. You can see these things here. And you can see they really did use these a lot. Their sheet protectors are ruined. So here is their new summer checklist. And it has what they need to do before they can have screen time or before we do our fun activity. And they get to choose their markers. So I have a bunch of these dry erase markers with the eraser on the cap. And so they check it off when they're, when they're done, and then they erase it the next morning, or they erase it, after they're done. And so that's the morning checklist. You can see here what I have on. You can put whatever you want on there. And then they have a nighttime checklist, which actually I kept the same. I didn't change anything. And they need to do this before bedtime. Okay, so I have one for each of my kids. I keep it downstairs in a drawer. They take it out. And that is our checklist system. Okay, so the checklist system has been a game changer in our family. It came out of hitting rock bottom from being so frustrated in the mornings with my kids not knowing what to do and me screaming at them and us leaving for school late every single day. And what I had figured out is if they're in control of what they need to do, and if they have it visually, that's why the pictures are there, because I have little ones that don't know how to read yet. So I put the picture there so they don't need to read it. They just know the little shirt means get dressed, and they love dry erase markers. They love checking that stuff off. And I don't know about older kids, but I could see this working for older kids as well. And you have to be strict about them doing this for, the first couple of weeks. And we still do this, but there are days when I say, what's on the checklist? Just remember what's on the checklist. And they don't even need to get the checklist out. They know what they need to do. But if we start going AWOL and they get a little crazy, I'm like, all right, checklists are coming back out. We're using these again every day. And they really do enjoy that. And that has been a game changer. And this is something we're implementing this summer as well. And hold on. And it is, we are going to have some summer goals. So this is how we're implementing our summer goals. I also want to share with you guys our goal sheet that we are doing this summer. So this is for, if you want your kids to have some sort of goals for the summer, this is what ours has on it: spiritual, physical, educational, and even a fun goal, which is what are some fun things they want to get done this summer. They're going to take some time after school is out, think of 2 or 3, and we're going to write them down. And then I bought these little, they're like corkboard strips at I didn't realize some of those notes. I bought these off of Amazon. There's a little magnetic strip and also a little corkboard where you can tack stuff up there. I put one for each of my kids in their closets. And so they're going to be able to hang up their goal sheet in their closet, because I do like to have things put away. I don't like to have anything out. We like things clean. And so they're in their closet. So they're out of sight, but not out of mind, because they're going to see them every time they open up their closet. So hopefully that's helpful also. Okay, so that's the other thing. We have not done that yet, but it's something I had been wanting to do, because I know in my life, goals are important. Writing them down is important. And I want my kids to start seeing that they can dream things, they can think about things that they want to do, and they can actually achieve it if they work hard towards it. And we already know that the people who write down their goals are the ones that are typically the ones that achieve their goals. That writing them down is way more important than just speaking them. And so I want them to actually write it themselves and be able to see it in their closet and be able to work on that every day. And so, okay, hold on 1 second. We're going to end here. And I love this quote. We think our children don't want structure. The truth is, children want to know how to contribute to the family and society at large. They want rules, routine, and consequences. Give them the structure they need to thrive in their little lives. Predictability leads to feelings of safety in our children. And I just think it's really important that we're raising kids that are well-rounded, that are respectful, and that can be contributing members to society. And I know for me that structure and routine creates better behavior. And I know that it will do the same for you guys. So if you have any questions, you can feel free. We can stay on after I stop the recording. But I really, really hope this was helpful. I couldn't see the chat. I'll get in here later after I stop this screen share, and I will see if there was anything in there that I need to answer. But we are having 2 more events in this series, part 2 and part 3. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. I hope you come back next Thursday at 8:30, and it will be all about easy and nutritious dinners. And we're going to talk about Juice Plus. That's the company, and there's some more products behind the Complete that you guys definitely need to know about. It's going to be really beneficial for your family, especially before school starts next fall. And then the last event we're going to have is going to be cocktails, mocktails, desserts, and edible facials. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys are going to really enjoy that one as well. I am going to stop my screen share. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. I know time is precious and time is valuable. I really hope that you guys found value in tonight's event. And if you need anything else, we are going to hang on. Let me just stop this recording.